press the correct button every time.
I did, and I got a new laptop.
I had to remember to press the correct button because the one few times that I've hit the wrong button and accidentally left the call.
All right, guys. Welcome to Is It Rotten People? I'm Mac. This is my pick for this week. As you know, we had a great film last time we did this, and this time we're doing another good film in The Third Man. I'm here with Eric.
Hi.
Scott.
Hello.
Some other guy named Zach. How's it going, Zach?
I'm gonna bitch about Crackle for most of this review. I think that's what I wanted to do.
I'm so glad you said Crackle. I thought you were gonna say crack.
Yeah, that's what
I mean, I could, but Crackle is more egregious at this point.
Yeah, like I would have been fine had it not been for Crackle. I would have been here on time.
Also, we have a guest. We have Mist. How's it going, Mist?
Hello.
Yes.
Going all right.
All right. And I tried to invite a lot of people. You know, I talked to Billy, I talked to Ryan. Ryan was like upset that he couldn't do this. So we tried and they did.
Look, just if we do a Rashomon episode, we have to have him on. That's the rule.
Oh yeah. That's probably gonna be the final episode.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to Rashomon on this show.
Yeah. We talk about Rashomon.
Did you think we hit The Third Man?
Hey,
No.
listen. Next time we're hitting the last of the Rugrats movies that we have to do. So we've hit all 3 Rugrats movies over the course of this show.
Finally,
so
we can end the trilogy.
Completing the trilogy.
It's the only time we'll ever complete a trilogy on the show.
I actually was gonna do James Bond, but I just can't complete the entire damn trilogy. You know, I could have done Living Daylights and just like next year we're gonna do License to Kill. Yeah. All right, let's get back on task. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this is The Third Man. If you're wondering, it's a black and white film, and it's a noir film, and we'll talk about everybody's first time either watching this. We'll start with our guest, Miss. When was the first time you probably watched this?
Okay, oddly enough, I actually saw this when I was a child and didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah, like you know how like I think it was like Nick at Night used to play like old stuff.
Yeah.
It was like something like that, or maybe it was TCM, one of those 2 channels where
This is the same story I have with this film. I saw it.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
Yeah, like it was really one of those. Like I was watching this, I'm like, I've seen this before.
Yeah, I think
it was the music that gave it away for me.
Yeah,
once I heard the music, I knew.
You mean the SpongeBob music?
It was very SpongeBob music.
And you know what's sad? I actually loved it. Like I was actually booty popping. I'm like, oh shoot, I like this. And then I'm like, wait,
music is so good.
Wait, you guys go to SpongeBob and not La Dolce Vita. Really?
No, I went straight to SpongeBob.
That's some uncultured swine shit.
Or you can watch SpongeBob
Zach.
and hear the ukulele throughout SpongeBob episodes.
Here's the thing, Zach. It's funnier to equate it to SpongeBob.
Yes.
He's right. He is right about that.
Yes.
And the
And
way
also,
some of these
SpongeBob
characters
is cultured. Come on.
and also the
Yeah, I
way
know,
some of these
yeah.
characters acted, they very much act like Patrick. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of these characters are kind of dumb.
A little bit.
Crabs. Yes. All right.
Maybe I just have a deeper appreciation for the ukulele. I don't know.
We understand. We understand.
Tiny Tim, he was a true artist.
Yes, he was. Actually, he was actually pretty talented.
I know.
Scott, what about you?
I first saw this in it was like a high school film studies class. They made us watch this, and it was like one of the few movies they made us watch that I actually enjoyed.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't think I've seen it since, but I remember just really liking the movie, and rewatching it now, yeah, it still holds up. It's not like my favorite noir, but it's like a solid noir, especially for the era.
Yeah. I get you. Eric.
I actually have not seen this movie before. Surprising, probably nobody.
No, not surprising me.
Eric, I get links to Digimon from you. I'm aware of who you are.
Yeah, like I have taken like a couple like film classes both in high school and college, but I have not. This has not been on the curriculum at any point. But yeah, this is an interesting movie.
Zach, you want to explain the movie?
Mine is the same as Mists, where it's like I caught this on TCM or AMC back in the day without realizing it, and then I heard the music, and I'm like, "Oh, this movie."
Yeah.
And then I
Okay.
watched it on Crackle, and fuck Crackle. I have. When did Chicken Soup for the fucking Soul buy Crackle, and how can we stop it?
I don't know. So many Chicken Soup for the Soul ads on this movie.
You
Is
are
that book
true-
series still going?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Apparently.
Oh my
Are
Successful enough to
Midwestern
own a streaming
housewives still a
service.
thing?
goodness.
Okay.
I mean, we watched plenty of ads for it over the course of this hour 40-minute movie.
Oh, I ended up watching part of the movie again on YouTube with certain scenes to make sure I filled in the blanks. So I'm just like, fuck these commercials. Fuck it. I hate it. I mean, how are you worse than Hallmark commercials? How?
Again, wouldn't have been late had it not been for the 8 different sections of 6 ads that I had to sit through for this movie.
And they're just
Yeah.
taking old BBC America content and calling it new.
Well, I mean, why don't they just
Ripper
put this
Street's
from-
been out for years.
I mean, isn't Turner supposed to be on HBO Max? Why don't they just put it on fucking HBO Max?
Because this movie probably has little to no copyright law
Okay.
whatsoever. You could probably post this online full and no one would stop you.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
probably
likely,
going to be
likely.
in the public domain.
Yeah,
like, in not too long.
1949. Come on.
Yeah.
That was 47. 47 or 49.
Hmm.
I'm reading
1940s.
it.
Well, for me, it's the same as Mist and Zach. I saw this on Turner Classic Movies, and I looked at the glimpse of it, and I remember people talking about it, and I was like, I remember I picked this movie because people kept talking about it. You know, people that I knew that were like film books tell me the Third Man, watch it, and I was like, okay, and I watched it, and I liked it. And watching this again, it still holds up, and I still like it. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get to the main things, people. Let's start off with the best line. Mist, what is the best line in the film?
You know, it's kind of like a best line, but best moment for me.
Well,
And
there's
that
a
was-
best line and best scene. Those are 2 separate things.
Yeah, those
Oh, okay. Best line.
Thank you for explaining how this works, Mac.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, shoot, now I have to actually really think about what they said. God.
Yeah.
You want me to
can
come
start
back to
with someone
you?
else. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
we take.
let me think about that.
You learn to
Zach.
take notes.
Yeah.
Okay, best scene for me.
Best line.
Best line.
Best line for me is Zane Grey. I grew up with a grandfather who loved Zane Grey novels, and watching all of these snooty English people leaving after hearing the word Zane Grey out the writer's lips. Fucking hilarious.
All right.
Because they are like the pulpiest, trashiest westerns ever. Like
Right.
they are garbage.
All right. That's good.
Being like a writer and going to this hoity-toity place, going and saying, I was influenced by Chicken Soup for the Soul. That's like what he did.
Damn it. We're gonna have to put that in the hashtags or something.
Hashtag chicken soup for the soul.
Hashtag chicken soup. Damn it.
Get a cease
Alright.
and desist.
Eric, I'm gonna go with you, man.
This one's tough because it's like The dialogue's so fast. It's like if you're not taking notes, it's hard to like.
Oh yeah.
It's like
I
you'll be
opened
like,
I opened a second tab for quotes.
yeah,
And I do have mine now. Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm just gonna pull up the IMDb quotes for this movie to go to somebody else.
Yes.
Can't even lie, I had to do the same. But honestly, it had to do with Harry Lime. And I can't remember what he said exactly, but I'm describing the scene, but I'm talking about what he said. But it was something to the effect of when they were on that Ferris wheel and
Don't
he
you dare.
opens the door and he says something to the effect of like, basically if I push you out, no one's gonna identify, a gunshot wound or
Well, nobody's gonna look for a bullet hole if you
Right.
drop from this height.
exactly
Yes,
that one.
that's what he said.
Because I was like, that's ominous. And this is supposed to be like your best friend.
Yeah. That's pretty good. All right.
Like that honestly sent chills down my spine. Like, oh my gosh.
And he was saying it so casually too. It was
Yeah.
just like such like a
Oh,
veiled
Lime
threat.
is just such an unrepentant piece of shit.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he like really does not give a crap.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I found mine. Found mine.
All right.
Death's at the bottom of everything, Martins. Leave death to the professionals.
Oh, that's a good one.
was a good one.
All right. Scott.
Mine was a Callaway line. Holly says, "I don't need your drinks, Callaway," and he says, "You will. I don't want another murder on this case, and you were born to be murdered."
Oh, wow.
Honestly, that was like a line that made me
Yeah.
laugh too.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know if y'all gonna like mine, but I kind of was interested. It was from Lime. He said Switzerland had 500 years of peace, and what do they got? What do they do? What do we get? The
Oh,
cuckoo
it's on
clock.
the No, that's on the Wikipedia. That line, the Swiss cuckoo clock speech, is actually outlined in the wiki. It's so important to film.
I'm sorry, I don't think everybody liked that one. I like that line.
Honestly,
No,
that one made me chuckle too, because it's like,
I
wow.
was like, that's really good. Like, yeah, good one. Yeah. I was like,
Honestly,
damn.
let's admit, I think Orson Welles / Harry Lime probably had the best lines in general.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yes.
Agree. Yeah.
Apparently, Wells, the Swiss came to Wells after that and said that they pointed out they never made cuckoo clocks.
Hey, we say he had the best lines, and we didn't say they were accurate.
Accurate. Yeah, they were
No,
accurate. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you have to admit that's pretty fucking hilarious. Where it's like
It is
like
hilarious.
the Swiss's response is, "We didn't make those clocks."
They make those cuckoo clocks. You
Oh no,
fuck.
because-
calling us stop moving forever and shit. Fine, but we never made the clocks.
I mean, if they
Harry
approach
Lime is
Orson
full of
Welles,
shit. That's the whole thing. He's a total like.
they
con
approached
man.
Orson Welles with that, and they said, "We didn't make the cuckoo clocks." I don't care. I really don't.
Yep.
I really don't care.
Like, you guys are gonna pay me either way, so
Yeah.
give me my check.
I voiced a transformer. Fuck you.
Yeah, like 40 years later.
Is that his last role?
I think
Yes,
so.
that's what
I
his
think
last
it
role
is.
Yes, that was his
Awesome.
last role as a transformer.
He did not like it.
Oh, that's so great though. I
Oh
love
my
that.
god, you got me voicing the toy
It's
space.
the perfect cap.
Do you know who I am? I am Orson Welles.
You need to
And they're like,
pay
yeah,
me.
get in the
And
sound
all
booth.
the producers were like, "And this is cocaine, and we need to keep the cocaine coming in, so you need to go out and perform."
But yeah, get in that sound booth and shut up.
I will shut up. All right. All right, now we're getting to the probably the easy part. Best scene. I'm gonna start with, you know what? I'm gonna start with Scott this time.
Oh, I mean, this is an obvious one, but it's the reveal that Harry's alive. Like when the spotlight shines on his face.
That was number two
It's
for
the best
me.
scene in the movie.
That is the best thing, but I got number two. That's number two on my list.
But
I
you have
liked
to
it.
admit, like, I kind of want to take that scene, cut it, and put the Smooth Criminal song on it, because that was such a Smooth Criminal reveal. Like, even Michael Jackson wasn't cool enough to do that.
Yeah. I mean, the smirk he gives, like, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been here the whole time, ho.
I did like that.
Yeah, but was Michael Jackson ever that kind of cool?
He's Michael Jackson cool.
No, but that kind specific asshole-ish kind of cool.
No, of course
No.
not.
There is an unmatched aura of smugness that only Orson Welles can hit.
Yes.
Yes.
Him and Hitchcock were like the
Yes.
only two.
Yes.
That smug smile, like, wow, that was really cool. I liked it. And that was my backup. I was
Like-
going to go with that, but I liked
Like
another.
most actors aspire to the scene chewing that this man gets up to.
Yeah. All right. Well, Zach, what was your favorite scene?
Okay, give me a sec. I really liked the whole sequence of showing the evidence and the way it looked.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good scene
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like that's what I mean when I said I'd watch this hungover and it didn't help. Because watching some of the like angles and shit in this film hungover tilts you. You're like,
Yeah, I bet.
you're like, oh dear, why? Oh god.
All right. Eric?
It's just the entirety of the Ferris wheel scene.
Yes.
It's
Oh gosh, yes.
everything about that from start to finish, the entire trip around. It's like as their conversation goes, and as Harry opens up the door to start talking about, it's like, how many of those dots would you stop for $20,000 a piece? And then it's like, and then the into the vague threats, and then as Holly reveals, yeah, they exhumed your coffin. He's like, so they saw his body, and then he closes the door. He's like, I'm gonna rethink this strategy.
That cracked me up where he looked at him like, oh crap.
He's like, maybe
But
I
he comes
don't
up
do
with
this.
shit. But he's still coming up with shit on the fly too.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
You know
It's-
who he kind of reminds me of, strangely enough, is Dio. Like watching him.
Fucking Theo. Damn
He
it.
does. Where he'll like switch his plan midstream and not give a flying fuck.
Theo,
Like,
damn it.
oh, they found the body. Whatever.
Damn it. All right. Miss.
Okay, so the scene Eric said, yes, that was that whole sequence of events. But one of my other favorite scenes where I actually had to go back and watch it because it caught me off guard at first was, I think it's the porter, like discount Santa Claus that you first meet at the hotel or whatever, not hotel, the apartment. Yes, his English is broken, but he says something and physically does something that threw me off. He's talking about how, they took out Harry Lime's body, and he says, he either went to heaven or hell. But if you notice, he points, when he says heaven, he points down. And when he says hell, he points up. And I don't know if this was intentional, but the scene later on when Harry Lime is in the sewers and I think he's shot at this point, but he's reaching up and out of that grate. To me, I was like, was that his heaven or hell moment? Like, it's kind of like a full circle thing. Like, coming up, the police are up there. They are actively looking for him at this point. So if he left, he would have been killed, obviously.
Yeah.
But if he
See,
stayed down, he would have been killed.
Yeah.
See, I took that in a different meaning where heaven and hell doesn't actually matter.
And that was another thing too. That's why I'm like, that's actually pretty.
Like, it
interesting.
doesn't matter whether he's coming up into heaven or hell. He's
It's
fucked.
all the same to him, right?
None of
exactly.
this, like, no one in this is morally pure enough to be anything close to holy.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
But
The
yeah,
close
like
to holy you get is Holly.
Yeah.
even
he's
he
a
at
piece
the
of
end,
shit.
yeah, even he at the end is not pure.
No one is.
But yeah,
I
like
was
that.
making a pun on this
But
one.
that caught me off guard. That whole like kind of moment, because it's one of those very quick moments that you could blink and not see what he did. That he's pointing up or down. And like, is it because he doesn't know what he's saying? But I think he very much knew what he was saying and being very methodical in what he's saying.
Right. I like that scene. That's pretty cool. Man, these are all good scenes. Once again, I think I'm gonna pick a scene that nobody liked.
The SpongeBob music.
No, that's fourth. I actually like the ending where Anna's like, I know it's just boring, but it's just Anna is like literally walking down the street and Holly is just waiting for her, and you're expecting her to just like say something. She just walks by him and don't say nothing. I was like, that's perfect.
What about this woman gave you the impression she'd say anything?
No.
Sorry, just because
No. I understand what you're saying. I wasn't expecting. No, it's
It's the 1940s. You expect that happily ever after ending, because that caught me off guard too.
Yeah,
really.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not. Zach,
I
I'm
was
not
half
saying that it's not.
expecting him to backhand her. It's the 40s, to be quite frank.
Well, no, Zach, let me understand. Let me tell you something. It brought a sense of realism to it because it's supposed to be fantasy, and it brought realism, and it was perfect. She just walked.
Wait, it's noir. It's not supposed to be fantasy at all.
No. I
Matt,
understand.
no,
I knew you
you've
weren't
lost
gonna
the
like it. I knew you'd like it. It's just perfect to me because
No, it's a great scene. I just don't think your analysis is good.
there you go again with this bullshit.
It's one of those shots that's been like redone in movies since, like famously in The Departed, they basically just redo the exact same shot at the end at
the
Leonardo
funeral,
DiCaprio's funeral.
But you know that I like that scene because I'm agreeing with you, Mac. I actually like that scene because I applauded them for not going there because it was that romance, quote unquote, was not deserved. Under no circumstance did she say, "I want you."
No, she wanted Harry. She loved Harry.
Yeah, she was like very
it's stuck to its noir guns where they're like, no, not all noirs end happy. Most film
I'm just saying,
end horribly.
No. I'm not saying. I know you're trying to say my analysis is terrible. I'm just saying I like that scene because I like that it went there. Because I was sitting there thinking, I was sitting there hoping, like, please don't do no stupid sappy love scene. She don't love this man. Just like, and she did it so good that she didn't even acknowledge that he was there. She was like she was dead to him. She was like dead to her.
I argue I don't think that he loved her.
That's also true.
Might be true.
That was very much a lust.
But if he didn't have feelings, if he didn't have feelings to her, why did he stop to like console her? You know.
Okay, here's the thing. There's a scene before that where he's drunkenly lusting after her.
And also, the shit you do in the moment during a situation is very different than how you feel overall outside of this situation.
Right.
You know, when you're
known
in
each
the
other
moment.
for like a week, right? At this point.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
You know what would have been really good is if Calloway backed up the car like, "Oops, I'm sorry," and then just peel off. Because granted, Calloway, he also didn't he say something like, "You do realize you're gonna miss your flight, right?" Like over a woman who doesn't want
love
you.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's just
man stuck in Vienna for another day.
See, and that's another thing. I wish this was a time where they had like after scene credits because I would have loved to have seen Holly after that moment. Because it's like, what do you do after that moment? It's like
just walking home or
how is he gonna walk home when he flew there?
Ain't nothing to do but walk home.
Like it's just like a scene of him at the airport. Like, I know I missed my flight, but can you please get me on the next one?
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I like all these things. All these things I think are great. I think my scene is good. I think all these things are great. You know, these are good scenes. You know, we picked good ones just for the first time. Even though Zach is not happy with my analysis, I didn't pick the bad scene. So, yeah.
No, I've done this before. Your analysis is bad, even if you have a good pick. That happens a lot.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to worst line. Zach, go ahead.
Okay, this should be out of left field, but not too much. I didn't like him calling himself a hack writer that drinks too much and falls in love with girls because it kind of gave the game away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too on the nose. It's like, I understand this character is a failure from what you've shown me. You don't need him to address it out loud. I figured out this man is a terminally lying drunk. I have figured that out.
You can't just have characters say their emotions. This makes me feel angry.
Yeah.
All right. Mist.
Okay, the line just escaped me. Oh shoot. Come back to me because the line I just had it and it escaped me.
All right. Scott.
Mine is from when he's doing the like cultural center event, and they're doing the Q&A, and one guy in the audience is like, "Do you believe, Mr. Martin, in the stream of consciousness?" And he says it just like so melodramatically.
I actually love that because I think it's Orson Welles and the writer of this movie just hating like modern, like what British authors are like. I think they just hate them with every fiber of their soul. I get the feeling that Orson and the writer had deep hatred for every nationality involved. Just deep hatred. This movie is full of hate.
This is a very
You
painful
got one
movie.
now?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
This line just annoyed me. But when Holly was calling out to the, of course, he didn't know this was Harry Lime at the time, but the person that was following him,
Right.
that bothered me because any movie like that's like stop or I'll shoot, it's like, why would I stop? Like, you're actively chasing me. Why would I stop? Or in this case, what made you think he was going to come out? Eventually he does. But what made you think just because you said that he was just going to come out and be like, here I am. I'm going to come out in the open even though I'm wanted for murder.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Eric?
They think you killed him. Just the entire, it's like, why would they think he killed him? Because the kid.
Yeah, no, that is a plot hole.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with Zach. I'm going left field. The kid, I did not like the kid. Is just, I didn't like him. The kid, it just, why?
He was tolerable for a 1940s child actor.
I
Yeah.
don't even think he was tolerable then because notice he was in the movie for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he just starts following him, and I'm like, okay, all right. I don't understand. I understand this is form, but come on, kid. You know, it was just, I just didn't like the kid. I didn't like his line delivery. I liked if he was just a mute, it would have been different. But once he started talking, I was like, here we go. Like I said, left field. It took me out the film for a little bit. Well, that was a downer.
It's not a downer, it's just correct.
Oh,
'cause,
it's
like, that-
almost like a movie about somebody stealing penicillin from military hospitals. Is depressing.
what are you talking about? Harry Lime is a saint. He didn't do anything.
I know he reads chicken noodle soup for the soul. Damn it!
All comes back around.
It does. It comes full circle.
All right.
All right. So here we go, people. Or sing. Look, I'm gonna get my bullshit out the way. I'm gonna get my bullshit out the way. I'm gonna go first. I didn't like the scene. It was the ending scene where they were chasing them in the sewers, and they did a recut of the same. I hate this. I saw it. They thought I didn't see it, but I saw it. They did a recut of the same shit, and it was like, oh, I was like, he looks up, and it's the same damn scene again. I was like, I know. Come on now, you could have done something better than that. I could have done better than that, but I didn't like it.
In 1949.
I understand this. I understand this, Zach. Nitpick.
I mean, my nitpick about that scene is that it's just too fucking long.
It goes
That
on for a
too.
bit.
It
Yeah.
is too long. It is too long. It is too long.
It could have been 2 minutes shorter, and it would have served the exact same purpose.
And honestly, that would have built up the suspense because this was supposed to be the climactic moment. And after a while, I was looking at my phone like, Okay, what? When are you
How
gonna be
how
done
much
with
time
this?
are you gonna lose? It's like a cat. Okay, hi, I'm here.
We
I'm
needed
here.
a few more shots of Harry and Holly like looking at each other from the top of the stairs.
Yeah. We needed more Lime shot and killed somebody. So there was that, you
He
know.
shot and killed my favorite character. Now that I'm mad about.
Yeah, he didn't hurt anybody. Why shoot him?
He was a sweetheart. Oh my gosh.
I mean, sure, he did punch Holly at the beginning of the movie.
Self-defense, sort of.
I have no issue with somebody punching Holly. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fuck everybody in this movie.
Yeah, everybody's not
You
good in
live
this
to
film.
the end.
Nobody is good. Everybody's a terrible person. All right, Zach, I'm gonna go with you because you got something. I know that. What? You're struggling?
I am.
Oh my
Because
god,
this-
really?
Honestly, because
The man who literally took down Queen.
the best part of this film for me are the shots.
Hmm.
So it's very hard to think of a specific shot I downright disliked.
No,
I
I'm
would
surprised.
say
I'm surprised you took down
I'm
Queen.
going to get very hyper specific in a second here. The scene where Holly is yelling at, I think it's Kurtz, through the streets that Harry Lime is alive and that he needs to meet him somewhere. And they're yelling at each other through the street level, and he won't go up. It's like, leave a note for fuck's sake. Don't put your business on Maine like this, you psycho.
Okay, let's be honest. Do you know how many times Holly would have actually been shot in this movie?
That one,
So many.
that one would have been the one that I would have felt totally justified in just a sniper shot taking him out right there.
The
Fuck it.
most unbelievable thing about this movie is that Holly makes it to the end.
Like seriously, what Calloway says should have actually happened. He should have died.
Yeah. He
In that
kept
in that
telling
way,
him,
it is
"Move out
kind
the
of a
way."
fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just such a stupid scene because you literally could have just had a scene of him leaving a note there, and that would have had the exact same plot effect. It wouldn't have been stupid.
Mhm.
Well,
Told
all
you,
right.
I'm specific. It just takes me a minute sometimes.
Yeah. It's like a gunshot. Miss.
Okay, the scene where, again, I love the porter, but I hate what happened in this scene. The porter, when he is being murdered, or they're trying to insinuate that he was murdered, it was just they stayed on him for so long.
They absolutely did. They're like, are you sure you don't want to cut like
I think even the
3 or 4
guy,
seconds off of that?
I think even the actor was like, cut.
See, here's what I think. I think Orson Welles actually was on the other side of that shot. And they're like,
He's like, oh, keep going.
With a
he's just like-
suspicious bulge in his pants.
he's just like, wait, Orson Welles is in this movie?
yeah, like that. I get it's for dramatic effect, but that was so.
See, I actually
long.
really like it. I like it because it gets like those progressively long and weird shots just add to like dreamlike nature of some of it.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
So-
So you're acting like I mean, I understand like Eric, you're acting like Orson Welles is literally like got the camera, put it on the body and just saying
Yeah, and-
Rosebud.
If I told you Kubrick did it, you'd believe me.
Orson Welles didn't even direct this movie.
No, he didn't.
I
He
know,
No,
but you
I'm just talking shit.
but you can believe he would beat the
He
ass
just
of
took the
anyone who
camera
stopped.
from Carol Reed and was like,
Exactly.
"I'm doing this."
Rosebud, damn it. Say Rosebud.
I just picture Orson Welles with the gun saying, "I wish you would blink. You better not blink. I will shoot you in the face right now." if you
Boy, damn
blink."
it. Stay dead. Fuck Kubrick, I'm better.
Now,
Who is that
now,
Cuban?
now say the soup commercial line. Anyway,
Eric. All right, Eric, you're next.
I could have done without the balloon salesman. I could have done without the balloon salesman. I was
understand. Fair,
Yeah,
fair.
That's fair.
like by the end of that scene, I was
No notes.
frustrated with him.
You know what? I honestly thought, and I kind of wish they would have went there. I thought that was supposed to be Harry Lime in disguise.
Yeah. But no, it's like they did the fake out with the silhouette with the guy, and then he wouldn't
That's
leave.
too close to just making him a Batman villain at that point.
Yes, but I think I wanted to take away the creep factor of the old man with the balloons just
So
walking
you're
up
trying
and
to
not
say-
saying anything.
Well, Harry
If they
Zach.
had done that, people
Man.
definitely would have noticed that
Zach.
it was Orson Welles.
No,
There's no way.
you just realized that you made me realize we could have actually had Orson Welles as a Batman villain, and that would have been
Yes!
so cool.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
God.
I agree.
Oh God!
That would have been
Carl
so good.
Grissom?
I mean, okay, there's even a shot of him overlooking the whole scene like he's freaking Batman. They could have actually done that.
Actually, wasn't he in
Oh.
Batman?
He would have been a killer Black Mask.
Wasn't he in Batman?
He's the brain. Like he's like Pinky in the Brain.
Well,
He's like a super
he's the-
villain already.
Well, he's the prototype of the brain because that wasn't
Yeah.
actually him.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
hold on. Wasn't he
but,
in Batman?
but that's just
No.
what his Batman
Adam
villain would
West.
be.
Adam West. Was he in
Was he-
Adam
was
West?
he?
I thought he was in Adam West.
I don't think
don't
Orson
think
Welles
so.
was in Adam West's.
I mean, I might be wrong. I thought he
Oh,
was.
there were a lot of people on that. I don't think Orson Welles was though. I
And
know
they were
Vincent
had-
Price-
It would have been funny. I was
Bat
trying to think,
orgies, man. The bat orgies attracted
you
all
really think
types.
that Orson Welles don't get in them orgies?
I know he did.
All right, so it's
I
like
know
I just googled Orson Welles Batman. One of the first things that pop up is a Reddit article. I just learned that Orson Welles almost did a Batman movie.
Ah,
What? Damn it!
so much
like
negative
directed.
Batman news to you, huh?
Yes,
Like,
fuck you.
Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton scrapped, and now this.
Now this. We could have got that shit. Damn it. Why is
You're
going on
wrong.
with you, DC? You could have had it. Could have had a good villain.
Oh, I think DC is going to do better if they just say fuck it and go the direction they're going. Honestly,
I personally think Orson Welles and a bat as Carl Grissom would have been funny, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, Jack Palance was just awesome. So I don't know. All right, Scott.
It's when he's creeping on the girls in the dressing room and backstage at the opera.
that was pretty shit.
Yeah.
That was creepy because it's like, does nobody notice him like actively looking in there?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
at
even
the
like he was being sneaky about it. He was like in
But
the
at the
door.
same time, this is post World War II Reconstruction era Austria. Nobody was going to give
True.
a flying fuck about a man walking into a women's dressing room at that point. It's a miracle we're not all dead.
Oh, yes, he has a right to be there, of course. Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares? He's here.
Like, I mean, the whole point of this movie is how morally corrupt the entire area is. So,
Right.
And they actually do open with that
Yeah.
sentiment.
That opening wasn't bad either. It was a good opener. Yeah. All right. Well, we all got our debt negatives and we got our positives. Let's start with, is it rotten? Missed is.
Wait, let's not start with Mist so that she can get an understanding of what the
Oh,
segment
okay.
is.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me start with a person. Let's start with this guy.
Thanks. Let's start with a person.
No, let's start with this guy. Zach.
He's still in the 40s.
it's not rotten. No.
Okay.
Real simple. I would say I'd give this like a 94.
Okay.
I don't think it's perfect. I understand why it's super important.
Okay.
And looking at the film techniques, the evolution of film, all of that. I don't think the story itself is interesting enough to put it like at 100% to me.
Fair. That's
Well,
fair.
I think currently it's at like 99, right?
It's at 99.
It's just below the Man from Earth.
All right. Speaking of the man from Earth, Scott, is it rotten?
I am the Man from Earth, and no, it is not. I would put it around a 90. I really enjoy this movie. I understand, like Zach was saying, I understand like its importance, but there's definitely some things that like it's not 99 perfect. It's got some like rough edges.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Eric, is it rotten?
No.
The whole point of these round of films is they aren't rotten,
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah.
This is the whole
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, no, this is also I'm on same level as Scott. I'm giving it just a solid 90, which I think is the same score I gave the first Rugrats movie.
Damn it.
It's on par with
It's
the Rugrats movie.
Equal and of equal importance.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, yeah. To me.
All right. All right, Miss. I guess you got what we're doing here.
I actually had to just, anyways. I could have just said it, but
All right, Miss, is the third man rotten?
it is not, and I feel the same. I think it's a solid. I'll say 85 to 90 because there were some scenes that kind of grated on me, but the cinematography, I loved it. I loved how it looked, how it played out. Orson Welles' character against everybody else who was stupid. And I mean stupid in terms of certain things that they did. But it really is a good entertaining movie. I actually watched it back to back and really enjoyed it.
All right. Ask me.
All right.
Well,
Matt.
that's the end of this podcast.
All right, Matt.
Nah,
Is it fresh?
I'm right. It's not fresh.
It's rotten. You just said it's rotten, Matt. You
I know
realize-
it's rotten. Damn it! It's rotten to the core. It's a negative.
Bugs Bunny'd him.
I do that like once a year.
Nah. It's definitely fresh. I picked this film, and I agree. It's not at a 99. I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna go one score above Zach. I'm gonna say a 95. I think there's some subtleties to this that I like. I agree with Miss. There are some problems with this film, but I chalk that up to the time era it was in. And I think if it was like made today, I think the director would do some better things and make some better decisions. So I gotta give it a 95. It's not perfect. It's not 99. Yeah, 95. I gotta give it 95. Solid 95.
Mhm.
I think that's a fair score.
Gotta give it the
I
Windows 95.
didn't realize that the music from it was so famous.
No,
No, it was like a top 100 like international bestseller hit.
Yeah, I
when
looked
it
at
came
him
out.
too, and I'm like, wow, this is actually, I don't
And
even know the name of the song.
It's not a ukulele, it's called the zither, what they
Yes,
used.
and actually that is like zither, like it's actually in the opening. It says zither played by whoever
Yeah.
that person was.
Down.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? You cannot tell me that some part of you did not
There
want to
is
say
not-
SpongeBob SquarePants.
It didn't. I'm thinking, is there a less tropical instrument than what the zither looks like? Like that is some old ass ancient European bullshit. Like, that's what that is.
All right, so let's go ahead and give our sequel pitches. You know the deal. Let me go ahead and go first because mine's probably going to be the worst. All right. So my
As
sequel
is tradition.
Yeah, it is. It is. My pitch is just I want to pitch an old Holly Martins. I want him an older one. I want to pitch him as an older gentleman. He's an investigator for the World Press, and he's investigating an oil scandal that is full of illegal activity. That's pretty much what I want to do.
All right.
You can do what you want with it. Stars. I want to keep up with him. I think he's an interesting character. Just simple, him just investigating in America. Heck, I mean, if I want to go with the wow pitch, he could be investigating some really, really big head oil tycooners that wants him dead.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right.
was it
I
terrible?
got my pitch.
All right, Eric.
Dull, but not terrible. How is that?
My pitch is a reboot of The Third Man, but it's just Martin Shkreli.
Because he's a son of a bitch?
Yeah. it's like
Oh my! Orson Welles gives me Martin Shkreli energy in
he
this.
does.
Holy
He
shit,
absolutely
I just noticed. That
but
Pepe
That's good.
posting piece of shit. Like that's the
But yeah.
scumminess.
Can we get
Perfect.
Alex Jones as
It's-
Harry Lime?
it's just the same movie, but it's Martin Shkreli.
Can we wait a minute? I need Alex Jones as Harry
It's like,
Lime for some
We do
reason.
not let Alex Jones back onto film sets.
Yeah. but yeah, it's like replace penicillin with insulin, and then Harry Lime, Martin Shkreli. Just make that movie. Have it end with real life Martin Shkreli dying. That'd be a benefit to everyone.
I really want Alex Jones as Harry Lime. You can do it. You heard about the Coca-Cola?
No, man, you got to bring in like the Wu-Tang Clan to play.
There we go, dude. Yeah.
All right, Mac, we might actually have to censor
Directed
that
by
just in
Rita.
case, just in case, it's like it's construed as a death threat. I didn't say Martin Shkreli should die.
No, in
That's
the movie.
me on my broadcast
These are
every
jokes,
single
people.
day.
These are jokes.
In the fictional reboot of The Third Man.
In the fictional reboot of The Third Man, Martin Shkreli should in real life die.
Jokes, people, jokes.
I mean,
Now it's in murky territory again.
look, I am not going to admit to anything I'm uncomfortable with, except that Martin Shkreli is horrible.
Yeah.
Just period. I don't think
Look,
anyone.
I said put Alex Jones in there and just see what happens.
Alex Jones is like the one person that might be even more ethically compromised.
This is true. This is true. This is why we need him as Harry Lime.
And we don't need Kanye showing up somehow.
No.
Oh, yes, make Kanye.
You guys aren't gonna like my pitch.
Better. Kanye play.
Even if you followed any part of that arc lately,
Oh.
you are depressed.
I just love all the posts that say that 2007 Kanye is in the sunken place.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go because mine's pretty quick. It's also just a reboot. Reboot it take place in Coney Island. Harry's an Israeli. He's trafficking organs. He
Really, I'm to turn the Warriors. Now I'm interested.
and I'm gender swapping this one. I'm doing Natalie Portman as Harry, Gal Gadot as Holly Martins, Mila Kunis as Anna. It's a
I'm
problematic
going to
movie,
say
man.
something controversial here. Gal Gadot can't act.
Yeah.
But she can kind of seem like a little bit of a dummy, I think. And I think that could work.
Well,
to
she
playing
won't be a
Holly
fan
Martins.
of this channel. Jeez.
I don't care.
Oh, do you want my opinions on Wonder Woman 84 or whatever the fuck that was called? Because I have opinions.
We understand you, but I don't want to hear it.
Actually, fun fact: my mom's first job was at Coney Island.
Oh, nice.
Did she
Trafficking
murder
organs?
somebody?
No.
Do you know why Michigan people call it a coney dog? Because I still don't know.
All right,
Because Nathan started on Coney Island.
Who's next?
Me.
All right, Zach, go on with it.
Okay. I'm going to come at this from a different angle where I'm going to try and see what could we do to capture the same spirit of when this was released. You know, post World War II, Depression era funk shit. What if
Mhm.
we got trying to think of the best way to put this. What if we put it in Afghanistan?
Damn it, that was my original idea. Yeah.
Post Afghanistan, same characters, but we focus more on Volley's conditions within countries and being deported and the dehumanization aspect of that, as opposed to kind of making her kind of a flighty character. We actually ground that.
Mm.
Wouldn't that sort of be like Black Hat?
Except good.
Hey, Black Hat was good.
No, it wasn't.
Agree to disagree.
I'm
Black Hat.
And I'm trying to think of who I want to direct it.
Michael Mann.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I actually want Fincher.
I don't know if Fincher can do that.
I think Fincher, a noir, like taking, like I trust Fincher to make very morally complex worlds.
What
Yep.
about Ryan Johnson?
I don't think he'll like Ryan Johnson.
Only if we're making it into a farce. If we make it an out and out farce, I agree with you. If we actually want to make this serious, go with Fincher.
What if, just say, what if, hypothetically, Quentin Tarantino just said, fuck it, I
No.
do it.
No, do not let him
No
anywhere near
foot
this.
fetishes.
No, that's fine. I don't care about that part. No. His influences are from exploitation. That does not fit here.
Did you not see Did you not see the Hateful Eight? That was more like a Clue type of story. It's pretty good.
It was a Western, which movie is making fun of
But it was
Western.
still a Clue. It was still
Like,
a Clue.
this is the type of movie that I think Quentin Tarantino unironically hates.
okay.
Because
Unlike
because Tarantino's whole thing is anti-pretentiousness in a weird way.
Okay.
It's,
Mm.
oh yeah, I hate this. I love this absolute garbage. Like, that's his personality. Like, he
Gotcha.
would probably, I can't imagine him actually liking this movie.
Well, okay, I got you. All right. Fair. All right, and all that's left is missed.
All right, so this takes place a year after the events of the end of the movie. And Anna, because I don't think they ever gave her back her passport, did they?
I don't think so.
So she's just trapped there. So we're going to take it from Anna's perspective. So she's trapped there, reeling over Harry Lime's actual death this time. So she's seen him die 2 times at this point, and she's just lost her mind. All right. And, you know, she's just wandering the streets and, you know, just that festering, I lost the love of my life. Or
She adopts a
lust of-
child.
I almost went there. Because I was going to bring back that annoying child, but no, I don't want to bring back the annoying child.
No, I was going mommy dears.
Can we do that movie? Have you done that movie? I want to do
back.
that movie. And she's just wandering the streets, losing her mind, and she's suddenly seeing Harry Lime everywhere. All right. And, you know, she just comes to this realization, I have to kill Holly. And so that's her mission. She has to kill Holly.
Kill Holly.
Make what Calloway say come true.
Kill Holly. Oh shit, I want to see this. Kill
I
like
want
like a ghost story where the ghost is like telling her. It's kind of like The Shining a little bit.
Yeah,
the
this
ghost is
sound like
telling her to
Kubrick.
actually,
This is the biggest fuck you.
actually, could James Wan pull this off?
Hmm.
Like, not The Conjuring James Wan, but Insidious James Wan.
He might be able to.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Karen Kusama.
Hmm.
She directed like The Invitation and Jennifer's Body. I think she'd probably make a cool
Yeah.
do something
Yeah.
cool with that.
Well, I was like hoping this was back in the day, and you know, just to get Faye Dunaway playing that role and just literally just have her and a child.
Or we
And she
say,
just-
or we do my idea and we give it to Robert Rodriguez and see what visuals he can make for this.
You know, it's gonna be
All,
cheap as hell.
all
It's
I
gonna be
thought
fun
was
as hell to
Spy
watch.
Kids. All I
Put it
thought
in
of was Spy
3D.
Kids
It's the
effects.
3D man.
Bro, fuck you, Eric. I know you're thinking it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Just
Fuck you.
make your movie a machete movie.
Damn it, I said fuck you. I know what you're
Danny
thinking.
Trejo is the third man.
Danny Trejo is the
Like,
4th man.
I like the
City,
story
that's the
you're
fourth
presenting,
man.
but I want to like visually light this thing up to madness levels.
Yeah.
Like, if we're gonna make a sequel to this film years later, we might as well like let's hire anime studio Trigger and get Robert Rodriguez and Rob Zombie like coked off their tits,
Yeah.
like directing pieces. Fuck it, let's go.
How about this? Here we go. Here. Danny Trejo is the 4th man.
Danny
Oh, no, here we
Trejo is machete as the 4th man.
4th man.
It's a machete as the fourth. That's
Yes.
good.
Starring
Trejo
Emilio
as-
Estevez Jr.
All right, I think that's
Yeah.
enough.
We're gonna get Charlie Sheen in that film, aren't we?
No. You seem to have this impulse to give the worst people money for acting gigs. I
Hey,
think
he
you
was
should
in
accept him there.
Machete too. He was in Machete too as the president. Let's not forget that. Right? Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
let's
All
end
right,
it on
guys.
that.
Yeah. So, guys, we're gonna be doing Rats. Make sure you come follow us. I'm probably gonna be deleting a lot of stuff from this episode. So get ready. So you're probably like, "What the fuck happened?" All right. So, I want to thank Miss for
Episode's
showing up.
15
Hope we'll get
minutes?
on another episode.
Thank you.
And make sure you come see us on Film Talk. We talk about The Last Kiss Goodnight. Me and Scott got to record that one. You got to record that one. And this has been a good episode. I enjoyed this film. I hope y'all enjoyed this film. We'll see you next time. Another episode of Is It Rotten? See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.